May profits be upon you. Welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. We're looking at the US dollar index for the upcoming week. But first, let's take a look at the economic calendar. The highlighted items I have on this calendar are for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But Tuesday, Thursday, and Wednesday, we're going to have those interest rate decisions for the Bank of Canada, the Canadian dollar, for the US dollar, for the pound, and for the Bank of Japan, the Japanese yen. So you want to be careful on those days when they're trading. This is going to be a highly volatile week, and you have to be extra careful trading because you could ruin your account on weeks like this. Each one of those interest rate decisions have the power, have the potential to reverse markets. So be extra careful when trading those assets and when trading in general during those days. Wait till after the news. Wait till after the news, and then you can fade the move. Now, if we're looking at the monthly time frame on the US dollar index, we can see this trend line here. All right, now it's a trend line. I don't trade trend lines like I keep saying. All right, what I do, what I do, how I use them is to mark where price is in structure. All right, what we can see is that the market has been bearish. All right, bearish from that high to this low, to that lower high, to that lower low. And then with this high and low, this range of price here, we have a correction to it. And we are still in that correction. Now, you see how we shot up and made that high? Is that the potential lower high for the next lower low is my question. We're seeing that play out right now. We'll see. We will see. All right, but first things first, I want to show you something. If we go to the weekly time frame, you can see it pretty clearly here. I pointed this out last week. Bear with me as I go through it again. See this? See this low here? This is the swing low. Price moves up from that swing low, creates that liquidity low here, moves up, and then chops its way down to sweep that liquidity low, but never sweeping the swing low. And price moves up from there. Bear that in mind. On the second touch of this trend line, this diagonal line of support, all right, you see the same action. This is the lowest of the low. This is the swing low, all right? Price comes into that swing low, pushes higher, creates this liquidity low here, pushes higher from that, and then comes and sweeps that liquidity low, all the while never taking out the swing low. And from there, price pushes higher after sweeping that liquidity low. It repeated. Now, here we are today. Prices come down to made a swing low, touching these support line, the support line of this trend line, the diagonal support of this trend line, pushes up higher, creates this low, liquidity low here, pushes up higher from that, chops down, and now we're going to see, is it going to sweep that liquidity low and continue higher, never going past the swing low like it did the last two times it touched this diagonal support line. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Now, if we go to the daily, I want you to also see that price made this last bearish manipulation leg. All right, this is the last bearish leg before price started to move higher. Made this high here and this low, and then a higher high breaking the high of that manipulation leg. All right. And we also got a little break of structure there as well. And price traded above those highs, traded above it. Now we are in correction of this impulsive move up. This is the correction. And we are still in that correction territory, is what I kept telling you for the last couple of weeks. All right. The market created, excuse me, this demand zone right there. And I said last week, I said either price is going to continue higher from here or it's going to sweep that low like it did the last two times down the road, right? And if it does, will it keep the swing low protected and continue higher from here? This is something I want to watch. This is something I got a careful eye on. You see how we dipped inside, never going to the consummate encroachment of the demand zone, this zone of buying, this buying zone here. Uh, you know, but it didn't get lift off from there either. That's what I'm noticing. All right, and you can see how price displaced here to come lower, found support, and price is battling to see if it can go grind down lower like it did the last two times to sweep that liquidity low. So I'm watching this very, very closely, folks. I suspect we will get to that low. This low is a target. That's in my head. All right, I might be wrong. It might turn out to be very different. The demand here may cause price to move higher, but I believe we're going to sweep that low. Maybe even touch this trend line again, but never taking out the swing low and push higher. All right. Remember, the interest rates are coming up a basically guaranteed 0.25 basis point cut to the interest rate will is likely to happen, and that's going to make the U.S. dollar weaker, bringing it down. So this is what I want to tell you. In order for prices to go down, usually you see it go up first. In order for prices to go down, it goes up first for manipulation, for liquidity. We could be going for this high, maybe these highs in the next couple of days before Wednesday. That's what I'm going to be looking for, that that manipulation. So if price pushes up higher, it may use this low as the reason to get up higher. So Monday, Tuesday, we might see something like this. Maybe going into Wednesday, we might see that move up to take that high, and then we'll see price get weaker and head back down here. So I'm looking for a manipulation move first. It can happen a bunch of different ways, but in order for price to come down here, it's not going to take that much. I think we might see this happen Monday. We might see the manipulation Tuesday going into Wednesday, and then we see the move back down, maybe into a fair value gap, because I'm not expecting a big wide move. Why? Because I believe those numbers have been baked in for a while. So I think I think we're going to see some movement, but I don't think we're going to take out this low. I think this low stays protected. I think this low is probably in danger. We'll see. We will see. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the boost button. And if you'd like to leave a question or leave a comment, I'd love to see it in the comment section. I respond to every comment that's written in the comment section. Okay. I'll see you in the next video. Hey, don't forget, check out the NASDAQ and the S&P videos I just put out before this one. All right. And after this one, I will be putting out the pound video. Okay. I'll see you in the next video.